Hi and welcome to the Tanis Fiber Arts YouTube channel. I am Tanis Lavallee of Tanis Fiber Arts. I'm a knitwear designer and a yarn dyer and a lover of sweaters, lover of sweater weather, lover of the color blue, but also a lover of fall knits and fall colors. And so today I'm going to talk to you about my favorite fall knits. Let's get into it. So first of all, take a moment. I've tried so hard here to set up a little situation. You may recall, if you've seen my YouTube videos in the past, I do not always film right here, but I filmed here many times in the past, and this is my yarn wall, but there's no yarn on it presently because I think I'm taking it down. I've been taking so much yarn off of it and using it that it's starting to look sparse and just not great. And I was just sort of, I will admit, okay, this is a cat tree that we made for my cats. And I mean, who could have seen this coming? Cat tree plus yarn wall, aesthetically beautiful, practically not the best move I've ever made. They didn't damage any yarn, but they certainly did like to bat the yarn off of the yarn wall, and so it was always looking kind of sloppy. It may be relocated, it may be temporarily retired. I've just organized all my yarn in bins instead of on the wall. It was always just my worsted weight and DK weight scraps, and I've been using all my DK weight to make granny squares. I mean, I haven't used it all. I've got tons of DK weight left, but I was using it so regularly that I just consolidated it all in a bin anyways. It was already off the wall. So it was just worsted weight left, and it was looking quite shabby. So right now, I mean, equally not super aesthetic. It's just a pegboard in my living room. So for the purposes of this video, I've hung a lovely piece of art by Cindy Ritza. It's a print that I have of hers. I'm a huge fan of her work. She's an oil painter who paints these hyper-realistic paintings of still lives that are very fiber-y. I have two. I have this one of this beautiful quilt. Very fall vibes, right? The grass, I thought it really suited it. And then I have another one that's like a stack of knit, crochet, and quilted blankets on a chair. They're so beautiful, and I really love them. I have leftover fall flowers from hosting Thanksgiving dinner. I was like, I'm really going to do my best. The technical aspects of filming for YouTube, is not something I'm very confident with. I'm so confident talking about sweaters, but it's like, it's all the setup and the sound and the lighting and the ambiance that I really struggle with. But I hope that you appreciate my efforts. And let's just get into the knits. So today I'm wearing my Aussie crew. My last video was about my Aussie sweaters. So, you know, I feel like I need to mix it up more, but I also feel like in doing a video about fall knits, the fact that this is just what I happened to be wearing today, when it is now truly, truly perfect, beautiful fall here in Montreal where I live, proves that this is like the perfect fall knit for me. This is knit in a beautiful woolly yarn, Sonder yarn, Sunday morning DK. Absolutely stunning yarn. I really, really loved it. This color is called Dream State, which speaks to my heart. And yeah, the Aussie collection is a collection of 4 patterns. You can see my previous video for lots of details about them, or just go check them out on Ravelry or my website. But there's 4 different sweater patterns: a crew neck pullover, crew neck cardigan, V-neck pullover, and V-neck cardigan. And they all feature a saddle shoulder. I'm going to show this shoulder actually because this is where my window is. Hopefully you can see it better. But a beautiful saddle shoulder. And the crew neck in this woolly yarn is just, it's so perfect, like sweatshirt sweater. It's cold, I throw it on, I wore it today, no jacket, to walk my kids to school. It's like the epitome of perfect fall sweater. And it's exactly what I want. So it's not a super, well actually to me this is a fall color. It's a jewel tone color, it's rich. When I am picking out the things, the sweaters that I was considering, like what is a fall sweater to me, I'm very color motivated. Like you're not going to see these, I think you can see this stack is in frame, and there are no baby blues, there's no lavenders. Like it's really both about the weight and the feel of the garment and also about the color for me. So this is DK weight. There's Well, I'll get into each of the weights as I get. They're mostly DK. That's what I think about. They're not like worsted or like chunky, heavy knits. I'll save those for winter. But for fall, a beautiful DK weight for layering over a t-shirt or whatever is just like the perfect thing. So for number one, my Aussie crew that I wear all the time. And now it looks like I'm doing that. I, of course, put these in rainbow order, but I'm going to have to like reorganize it because it only makes sense to then talk about my second. This kind of goes as one. I might call these actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to call these 5 patterns plus a bonus. I'm calling my Aussie sort of series collection 1. So this is my Aussie cardigan. Again, I'm not going to go into a ton of detail. You can just watch my last video for more details about the design itself. But this camel colorway in the cardigan format, so that this is the V-neck cardigan, with the wood buttons and the fact that it has this real like academic scholarly vibe to it is so fall and so perfect for this weather, right? Like by this weather, I mean, I live in Montreal. We get a beautiful fall. We get amazing fall foliage. We get crisp, clear, you know, we're really spoiled in fall. And I've been wearing this over a t-shirt with jeans for weeks, like all fall since September. So again, the color of this one, and then also just the weight and the style of it, I find so fall, so back to school, and I highly recommend. Next up, keeping the back to school, keeping the sort of fall really is a feeling like it's tartan. It's Lenny Kravitz in his huge scarf. It's teachers in tweed coats with elbow patches. Like this is what fall is to me. Crunchy leaves, boots. It's like all the good things in life. And that brings me to my Cambridge vests. Again, Cambridge, I have two. I have a crew neck and I have a V-neck. Like if you got it, I tend to knit crews first. I'm really a crew neck gal in my heart, but I do love a V-neck too. I love the options for layering and stuff. So I knit my Aussie. I knit my Cambridge crew first in our suede colorway. And this one is knit with a strand of fingering held with a strand of mohair. And it's a really, yeah, it's just like such a beautiful layering piece. And in this color, I find it goes with absolutely everything I own. I have a really cute pair of maroon, like Merlot corduroys that I love to wear this with. It's perfect for layering over collared shirts, long sleeve shirts, t-shirts. I just love it. So the Cambridge vest in the crew neck format, but then also in the V-neck format. Cambridge V is an incredibly cute little layering number. To me, V-necks are a little bit dressier. I find there's just something about it, maybe because it shows the necklace, it shows a bit more of the chest skin. I don't know, with your hair down, some jewelry. I find a V-neck is just a crew neck just has more of a sweatshirt vibe, right? So a V-neck is just, it gives you a lot of options in terms of dressing up, dressing down. I love those so much. Okay, next I'm going to get into my Rocket Tee DK. So the Rocket Tee DK, if you're familiar with my Rocket Tee pattern, it's a fingering weight pattern. I knit it in a bright blue, our Rocket colorway, very spring, summer, not very fall to me. But it features fingering weight merino with lace weight mohair striped. So you're only holding one at a time, one yarn at a time. They're not held together. So it's really lightweight. It has a V-neck with I-cord edgings. It has beautiful eyelet down the raglan and down the side. And the Rocket Tee DK carries a lot of those features. It's actually the same yarn, just held together to achieve a DK weight gauge instead of striped. It has the I-cord edging around a beautiful flattering V-neck. It has the same eyelet detail down the raglans and down the side of the body. And then it has these stunning bell. Are they bell or are they just like a puff, cuff, sleeve, whatever it is? I absolutely adore them. They're really fun. They come in narrow at the wrist, so they can be pushed up and they're very wearable. And they're not too wide in the biceps, so it's easy to layer under things as well. But then you just get this real volume around the wrist, which is just so fun. This color, it just glows. It's like, I mean, what is it like? The sun? It is like I held a fingering weight merino from La Bien-Aimée called Yellow Brick Road, I'm 99% certain, and then a beautiful golden ochre mohair from Lichen and Lace, but I do not know the name of the color. But it's stunning, the two together. I picked them up at Knit City, Vancouver back in 2019, and I held them together to knit this stunning DK weight sweater. That is the first thing I look forward to wearing in the fall. I have probably worn this at Thanksgiving like every year since I knit it, because it's like, it feels festive. It's a little bit, I find the bell poofy cuff makes it, it just gives it some style. It gives it some flair, you know? I have so many sweaters that I love because they're basically like a sweatshirt, like what I'm wearing now. But this one is a bit dressier, a bit more stylish, a bit more attention to detail that make it feel just really special. And then in this color, it's like my perfect fall knit. Maybe I could knit another one in like a lilac and it would be my equally perfect spring knit, because there's nothing about the actual design that screams fall. It's the color, and it's everything. Okay, next up, I'm counting these two as sort of like, well, they're their brother and sister. They're brother and sister, really. This is the older sister to the younger brother. Terracotta and Teranova. Super fun fall colors. I mean, together, they are fabulous. They are pretty as a picture. Terracotta is one of my, I think it was my second published sweater pattern ever, back in like maybe 2012. It has this really pretty kind of cowl neck turtleneck with a cable cast off around the edge that I just think is so elegant and lovely. It has the raglans featuring the cables, and then all of the hem details, all the ribbing is in a pretty cable rib. So lots of fun details there. I keep meaning to knit it again 13 years later in just a new sample, a fresh updated sample, and I don't know what changes I would make. Well, I would make a change. I would have it be knit top down. This I designed to be knit bottom up, and there's just not a specific reason for that, and I know we all prefer our knits top down these days, so I would just do it to be knit top down. Other than that, I think the details are perfect. I love this sweater. The color, so fall, and I do wear it in the fall. It's DK weight, so it's not too warm. I love layering it under like a jean jacket and then having the collar come out. Really, really cute. So I look forward to knitting an updated sample of that. Let me know what you think, if you would like to see that, because I'm really tempted. And in fact, a couple years ago, I set out to do exactly that. When I cast on for my Terranova, I actually had intended to be knitting an updated terracotta. So I cast on, it was top down, I added some shaping around the neck, and I got the raglans with the cable, and then I decided, why not carry the cable down the body? Why not completely switch up the hem and do a split hem, knit sideways with some garter stitch, and then I did a different treatment on the sleeve, and then I decided to omit the cuff or the cowl completely, and instead I made it more of like a boat neck open. I made so many changes that it became its own thing. So this is my Terranova pattern with a lot of the same inspiration and same details as terracotta, same delicious fall color palette, not same color way, but same color theme, and but it's Terranova to big sister terracotta. And this was knit in a really beautiful yak silk merino blend that I can no longer get, but that's why this chartreuse color is so rich and gorgeous on this yarn, because the base yarn, it was like a darker beigey gray, so it wasn't bright white, so it just adds like a muckiness and a richness and a depth to all the colors. It's fabulous, but I can no longer stock it. Oh, it's so sad. But these patterns, some of my favorites for fall, because they're really luscious and delicious. Okay, my last one. I have to share this. It's coming next week. I'm so into it, and it's so fall. Da, 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 da. This is the Ronstad sweater, named after our favorite Linda Ronstadt. I mean, what an icon. And did she ever wear a sweater like this? I don't know. I don't think so, but I bet she would. And yeah, this is my newest pattern that combines crocheted granny squares with knitting. It's a theme that I have been exploring for about 2 years now that I'm just not over. I just absolutely love it. I'm going to do a full video dedicated to this design probably for next week when I launch the pattern, so stay tuned for that. I'm not going to go into too many details, but like, how fall is this sweater and how could I do a video on fall sweaters without including it? This is our Tahari colorway on Pure Wash DK. And this is our Caramel Show colorway on Pure Wash DK. And then I just have all these granny squares and lots of different colors, but overall gave me a pretty fall vibe. And I'm just crazy about this. I finished this sweater and I have a rule where I don't wear my hand knits until they've been photographed and ready to go. Like I need them to be photographed, never been worn. I guess in case I do something to it as I'm wearing it. But as soon as I got the pictures taken of this last week for the pattern, I started wearing it, and I have been wearing it like every day since. And my mom knew I was making this. She, I think she even saw me working on it, and I sent her pictures of my stuff. And I wore it last week, and when I walked into her kitchen, she gasped. She literally gasped. So it's that good, you guys. I'm so excited about it. So I'm excited to share more about this with you next week. But I had to give you a little sneak peek today because can't talk about fall sweaters and not talk about my new favorite fall sweater, the Ronstad sweater. So these colors just make me happy. I mean, I'm such a blue turquoise, like lime green person, but also apparently just like a gold green terracotta person as well, because I love these so much. They make me want to just drink like hot chocolate or like a chai latte and just be happy and enjoy. Look forward to cozy days. So if you don't have any fall knits on your needles, I hope that this gave you some inspiration. Maybe it introduced you to some patterns or two that you did not know existed. And if none of the above, well, I hope it just gave you something to watch while you were knitting and having a lovely afternoon or evening. That's all for me today. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.